born May 31st, 1930 in California, started out as a supporting actor before becoming the face of spaghetti westerns and Dirty Harry. From a factory worker and truck driver, he transformed into a film icon and award-winning director. Born Charles Dennis Bukinski on November 3rd, 1921 in Pennsylvania, came from a poor family of Lithuanian immigrants, worked in coal mines, and served in World War II before becoming Hollywood's vigilante. Bruce Lee, born Lee Junfan on November 27th, 1940 in San Francisco, was a child star in Hong Kong before revolutionizing martial arts and cinema. He died tragically at the age of 32, leaving behind an immortal legacy. Steve McQueen, born March 24th, 1930 in Missouri, had a difficult childhood in reform schools before becoming the king of cool in cinema. A former mechanic and Marine, he died of cancer at the age of 50. Sylvester Stallone, born July 6th, 1946 in New York City, overcame childhood facial paralysis and poverty to create Rocky, writing the script in 3 days. He became a symbol of American determination. Arnold Schwarzenegger, born July 30th, 1947 in Austria, came from a poor post-war family, became a bodybuilding champion, and immigrated to the U.S. without speaking English before dominating Hollywood and politics. Burt Reynolds, born February 11th, 1936 in Michigan, was a college football player before becoming the highest-paid actor of the late 1970s. Known for his mustache and charm, Chuck Norris, born Carlos Ray Norris on March 10th, 1940 in Oklahoma, served in the Air Force and was a karate champion before becoming an action star. Today, he is an internet legend. Lee Marvin, born February 19th, 1924 in New York City, was a decorated Marine in World War II before becoming Hollywood's favorite tough guy. He died in 1987. Toshiro Mifune, born April 1st, 1920 in China, served as a Japanese aerial photographer in the war before becoming cinema's most famous samurai through his partnership with Kurosawa. Jim Kelly, born May 5th, 1946 in Kentucky, was a karate champion before starring in martial arts films, becoming one of the first black heroes of the genre. He died in 2013. David Carradine, born John Arthur Carradine on December 8, 1936 in Hollywood, came from a family of actors. He rose to fame as a Shaolin monk before his controversial death in 2009. Sonny Chiba, born Shinichi Chiba on January 23, 1939 in Japan, was an Olympic gymnast before becoming the most brutal action star in Japanese cinema. He died in 2021. James Coburn, born August 31st, 1928 in Nebraska, served in the Army before becoming the actor with the distinctive voice and bony face of westerns and action films. He died in 2002. Robert Shaw, born August 9th, 1927 in England, was a writer and playwright before becoming the unforgettable Quentin Jaws. He died prematurely in 1978. Gene Hackman, born January 30th, 1930, California, served in the Navy before becoming one of Hollywood's most versatile actors, retiring in 2004. Al Pacino, born April 25th, 1940 in New York City, grew up in the poor Bronx before becoming a movie icon as Michael Corleone. He continues to act at age 83. Robert De Niro, born August 17th, 1943 in New York City, studied with Stella Adler before becoming the master of the acting transformation, founder of the Tribeca Film Festival. Clint Walker, born May 30th, 1927 in Illinois, was a ranch hand and security guard before becoming the Cheyenne Cowboy. He died in 2018. Fred Williamson, born March 5th, 1938 in Texas, was an NFL player before becoming the king of blaxploitation films in the 1970s. He continues to produce films. Born July 13th, 1942 in Chicago, was a carpenter before becoming Han Solo in Indiana Jones. An experienced pilot, he almost died in a plane crash. Mel Gibson, born January 3, 1956 in New York, moved to Australia as a teenager before breaking out as Mad Max. He overcame controversy to return to success. Jean-Claude Van Damme, born October 18, 1960 in Belgium, was a ballet dancer and karate champion before immigrating to Hollywood without speaking English. Dolph Lundgren, born November 3, 1957, Sweden, has a master's degree in chemical engineering and was a karate champion before being discovered by Stallone. Carl Weathers, born January 14, 1948 in Louisiana, was an NFL player before becoming Apollo Creed. He died in 2024 after a career as a director. Jackie Chan, born Chan Kong-song on April 7, 1954 in Hong Kong, was raised in poverty and trained in Peking opera before revolutionizing action. Steven Seagal, born April 10, 1952 in Michigan, was the first Westerner to operate an Aikido dojo in Japan before his controversial Hollywood career. Kurt Russell, born March 17, 1951 in Massachusetts, was a Disney child actor before becoming John Carpenter's favorite anti-hero. Michael Dudikoff, born October 8, 1958 in New York City, was a model before becoming American Ninja. He retired from film in the 2000s. Rutger Hauer, born January 23, 1944 in the Netherlands, was an experimental actor before his iconic role in Blade Runner. He died in 2019. Chow Yun-fat, born May 18, 1955, Hong Kong, grew up poor on a remote island before becoming Hong Kong's biggest movie star. Don the Dragon Wilson, born September 10, 1954 in Wisconsin, was an 11-time world kickboxing champion before starring in martial arts B-movies. Sho Kosugi, born June 17, 1948, Japan, introduced ninjutsu to American cinema after training in martial arts since the age of 5. Brian Bosworth, born March 9, 1965 in Oklahoma, was a college football star before a brief film career in the 1990s. Mark Dacascos, born February 26, 1964 in Hawaii, comes from a family of martial artists and was a champion before acting in action films. Sigourney Weaver, born October 8, 1949, New York City, studied with Woody Allen before becoming the heroine Ripley in Alien. Linda Hamilton, born September 26, 1956 in Maryland, struggled with depression before creating the iconic Sarah Connor in The Terminator. Michelle Yeoh, born August 6, 1962 in Malaysia, was a ballerina before an accident ended her career, taking her to Hong Kong cinema and then to Hollywood. Brigitte Nielsen, born July 15, 1963, Denmark, was a model before becoming the red-haired warrior Red Sonja and then a reality TV star. Grace Jones, born May 19, 1948, Jamaica, was a model in Europe before becoming a music and film icon as the androgynous Mayday in 007. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share it with your friends. Comment on your favorite topics for future videos, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support us. Fair use notice. This video may contain copyrighted material used under the Fair Use Doctrine, Section 107 of the Copyright Act, for purposes such as criticism, commentary, and education. Disclaimer. This content is for entertainment purposes only and is not intended as factual or professional advice. All images and information are sourced from publicly available materials. If you believe your copyrighted material has been used inappropriately, please contact us for resolution.